everyone. My name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do a homeschool update. So I'm the mom of 3 girls, ages 4, 2, and 2 months, and so we are homeschooling lightly this year. My 4-year-old will be 5 at the end of January. And she is all about school. She is loving it. And so we unexpectedly had a baby in August. She was supposed to be born in October, and she was born in August. So we started school August 16th, and my 3rd daughter was born August 26th. And so we started off really strong. I think I even did an update of like the first week. And then we just kind of lost everything because we were in the NICU. It was a whole emergency C-section. So I was in the hospital for a while, and things were just a little chaotic. So now we have picked it back up, and even through all that chaos, like my daughter was eager to do school, so we would do what worked for us. And so today I'm going to tell you what has worked for us and what has not. And so this is my first time ever homeschooling. I never thought I would do it. And so I am really just trying to figure it out this year, and I'm trying to bring you along with me in case you are a newbie that was like me and was like, what? So I will link my other homeschool videos down below, but at the beginning of the year, I started with The Good and the Beautiful Math because I've heard great things about it. I started with All About Reading for Language Arts, and then I started with Sonlight just to kind of add a different literature component and in how pick and choose how I was going to use it. And I really liked some elements of it, but it didn't turn out like I thought. So let's just get into it. So the first thing, math. We are doing The Good and the Beautiful Math. She's in Math K, and she is awesome at this, you guys. She is just nailing it. We are both loving it. And this is what we have done the most because The Good and the Beautiful is 100% grab and go. So all of the curriculums that I'm talking about today are pretty grab and go, meaning you can just pick up the materials that you buy and you can teach the lesson. You don't have to prep a whole lot of stuff. It's not super over involved with like manipulatives and that kind of stuff, except what they give you. And so this one does come with a math box. But what I loved about The Good and the Beautiful, especially in this season, is that it is your teacher guide and your kids' workbook is all in here. So in black, it tells you what you're going to read to your kiddo, and in blue, it's just what you are going to read to yourself. And you guys, this is all you need. This and the manipulatives is all you need. So we have done a lot of this. One, because my daughter is very math inclined, and one, because this is something I could just grab and do when we didn't have a lot of time. Oftentimes we do this while I'm pumping, and it works out great. So this is 120 lessons, and we are like 83 lessons in. And so she's just about done with this one. And like I said, we have done it maybe a handful of weeks, and I'm assuming the last like 40 lessons will take us maybe 2 weeks. She's blowing through this, and I'm so proud of her. So really impressed with Good and the Beautiful, and I will definitely be sticking with them for math. So then for All About Reading, that's what I was doing for language arts. But this one is also grab and go for the most part. However, there are some crafty options and things that you can do that require more materials and more gathering of things. But also, this is the pre-reading manual because she is 4, so she's not fully like reading everything confidently. So we started with the pre-reading, and I was just having a heck of a time figuring out what we needed to do versus what we didn't, because most of it is like underneath what she knows how to do. And so I didn't want to do that. But then there are also like almost like grammar and that kind of rhyming, different like language rules and things that are in these books that are really great. But I honestly just ditched this and got The Good and the Beautiful because, again, I love how the teacher book and everything is all in one, and that has really been a lifesaver in this season. So I got the kindergarten prep course book. So this is, they have a pre-K, and then they have this kindergarten prep that directly preps them for kindergarten, is what I thought. And so we went through this. This is really short. It's like 24, 26 lessons, something like that. 28 maybe. She did it so fast. She did so good with it. And so I went ahead and decided, Good and the Beautiful is working for us. She's reading like two letter words, maybe some 3-letter words. She's doing really good. So I went ahead and bought the new edition of the Level K Language Arts and Literature from The Good and the Beautiful. Now, I have since watched even more YouTube videos. Like, that's how I find curriculum, you guys, is I just fall down these YouTube rabbit holes. But I have since watched more videos that totally echo what I thought. So this one is a big jump from that level K primer. This one really moves quickly and stretches the kids quite a bit. And so we are, it also comes with a little like readers, as well as like a kind of, they used to have flashcards. They're not flashcards anymore. It's more of a book similar to a Becca, I think. But this is definitely a rigorous course, and I feel like the jump has been way too big from the kindergarten prep to this. So we are a little overwhelmed, a little bit on the shutdown, and so I really don't want that to be the case ever. So we are just kind of pulling back from this for now. So what I've done instead is kind of go back to all about reading. So this one is definitely a much more gentle approach. Even at the earlier levels, it is like at level 1 and stuff, it is a much gentler approach. And so we are kind of doing this, and then we will work on the readers and that kind of stuff together, and just kind of pause a little bit on the coursework, because I just don't want there to be any overwhelm, any burnout, any shutdown. And I'm starting to see some of that. So I don't know. I also am going to try the Abeka level K, I think is what it is. I can't remember if it's level K or whatever. But I ordered it. It's letters and letters and sounds, and see if we can kind of review some of the stuff that we really know well and build some confidence in that, because I really like The Good and the Beautiful and Abeka are both very similar in that they are rigorous curriculums, both in math and language arts. And I really like that. I also really like how colorful they are and how, workbook based they are. That works really well for her right now. And so and yet they also incorporate activities and things, but we really like being able to like check off a page, see how far we are in the book, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna play with that. I got some used curriculum on that, and so I'm just gonna kind of see. I don't see All About Reading being our primary language arts curriculum going forward, just because I really like the way The Good and the Beautiful advances a little bit quicker, and this one just feels a little Mosey-y. And it's also, there's a teacher book, a student book, letter cards, like there's a lot more materials involved, and it's just a little hard to manage all of it right now. So I think one of the, either Abeka or The Good and the Beautiful will be our curriculum, but right now we're taking a pause. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And then the last thing is Sonlight. We have pretty much stopped Sonlight, just because it is it is designed to be an all-in-one curriculum. So math, language arts, all of that involved in everything. And the things just didn't line up. And it's all literature based, but like you would read like 2 pages of a book and they would want to know the rest of the story. And it just didn't line up, and it was confusing, and it was a lot of stuff that just didn't seem to connect for me or my kids, or kiddo. And so it's just not the curriculum for us, I don't think. Also, it's the most expensive by far. You're buying a lot of books and things. We are still using the books as just like reading material, and it does come with these Developing the Early Learner books. These are really short things, and they're definitely different than anything else. There's like some auditory stuff. There's a lot of like attention. This says Foundational Skills for Successful Reading. Perceptual growth through motor, visual, auditory, and thinking skills. So this is definitely different, and I am going to continue to use this. We honestly haven't really used it that much, but this is kind of just a supplementary workbook that is like anything else. So I really think that's where we are for homeschool. So I would highly recommend The Good and the Beautiful for math. And I've heard that Abeka is very similar. Even some pacing stuff, they're very, very similar. And so I'm sticking with The Good and the Beautiful math. We will probably move on to first grade in the winter, as long as she's still enjoying it and still doing great with it. And language arts, like I said, we are in a space where we're reading 2 to 3 words, 2 to 3 letter words. And I'm just going to pause and make games out of that, make readers out of that. I'm making her a reading journal so she can write every book that she reads in it and just kind of build some confidence that way before we dig into the quick moving curriculum, because that has really been hard. And so spend the next couple months just reviewing stuff we know, building confidence, and working through it that way. So that's my strategy. Let me know if you have opinions about any of these curriculums. If you have any advice, teaching a kid to read is like so hard. And she is so good and so patient and so like eager, that I really want to make sure I'm fostering all those positive things and not pushing, because there's no reason to push her. So that's where we're at. And let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.